just want to start off this video by saying I'm a retard. And that's not because I use the Honda to pick up a tractor when I have Mandingo. It is because no matter how this turns out, in the back of your mind, good or bad, I passed up in Ariens with a bagger for $100 because I'm a retard. And it was a lot closer. So instead, I travel almost an hour each way to pick up this for the same price. Meanwhile, the bagger was worth that alone. Just remember, I'm a retard. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to episode of Pattay's Performance. Today in the driveway, in the back of a Honda, is an abandoned Craftsman lawn tractor, LT 1000. It's green, maybe just the wrong kind of green, we'll see. This is going to be our first green tractor that's not John Deere. So anyway, while I was out there, I asked the guy if he had anything else for sale, and he had this. Oh, come on. It is literally brand new, takes attachments, and it runs. Just take my word for it. I paid $40 for this, and I have it up for $100 or 125. I'll take 100, and I paid $100 for the tractor. The guy really didn't want to budge. Now, retard moment number two is, how did I get this in the Honda? About 10 minutes into my trip, I realized I forgot my ramps. And I says, I really don't want to turn around and go home. So if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. We'll get it in here. The guy helped me load it. So let's get this deck out, and then we're gonna unload it the same way we got it out. It is what it is. Or maybe I'll put my ramps. So the story behind this is confusing because the guy changed it, but literally, don't they all? First it turned into, it ran last year, then it turned into, it hasn't ran in a couple years because I hired a landscaper. So it is what it is. But I figure for $100, we got pretty lucky on that snapper, if you would say, which we're gonna still do one last video on that to break down the running costs between what we paid for it and what we have into it. That was a pretty good series that I thoroughly enjoyed. That basically, in a nutshell, kind of broke me into getting tractors non-running. You know, it was my first one. Let's take a look at this deck, because Jesus, this thing is just a little rough. We have the anti-scalp wheels in the rear, which is great. You don't have to add them. Has your belt cover. I don't know what this hump is. What is this hump for? This sticker's in really good shape. I like to preserve those. This deck is gonna have to be refinished if we get it running. Spindle, just giving this some play. Nope. Nope, that's pulley. This one has a little bit. But we'll have to see once we get it started if this thing makes any noise. This spindle is new. Look at that. It's got nice shiny hardware. It's not oxidized. This one's painted and oxidized. And the belt seems to be in really, really good shape. Does not come with the side discharge. It came with two mulch covers. There's that one. Oh, look, here's the instructions for that weed whacker. And it came with another one and a spare rim and tire. Now, I'm gonna have to look on Amazon But he said that it needed one rim and tire, but they came in pairs and it was cheaper to buy both, which I believe. How much cheaper was it? Who knows? God knows how long ago that was either. So, but here's another thing. Remember, I'm new to this. If your lawn tractor needs a spindle, do you replace both or one? I mean, they are kind of simple to replace, but while you're in there, if one fails, how long is it going to take for the other one to fail? Unless he hits something. Oh my God. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see this? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Why do people do this? Do I need to make a video on how to install lawnmower blades? I mean, you know what? Maybe I'll have the missus make a video. Because it's just that simple. Stay. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, taking all that. Taking all of that, baby. Those blades are upside down. Oh no! All right, there's a rot hole. No big deal. This one's nice and tight. This one has a little bit of play. And look at that rat hole. That's easy to fix. That actually looks like he had a blowout. And obviously the metal was weak, but he picked something up and shot it through. And these tins are still in good shape. We can hammer that out. Oh, great. That's if we get this thing running. Well, this is a good deck to save anyway. So he has a trickle charger hooked up to this thing and he still couldn't get it to start. As in when you turn the key, nothing happens. And when I was there, I noticed why. Why didn't I notice anything else? Don't ask me. And I'll show you why. Let's see. Should I get my ramps? Let's see. I really don't want to. You know what? I'm going to get my ramps. I don't want to damage anything more than this thing already has. And my ramps are buried. Maybe I should have got my ramps. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there goes my microphone. This is like reason like 500 and something why your Honda Element is better than your Jeep. It's gonna be sketchy. And this, of course, is the heaviest part with the motor on there. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Success. This is my favorite style track. Alrighty, let's take a look. Just a closer up. I had you guys on the Focus. Here is the upside down gator blades, which we like because it's a mulching mower. So this guy was a complete idiot. And then here is the blowout. This is the blowout. Model number and serial number. Like I know what any of this stuff means. I don't care. I'm not saying I don't care, but I'd rather not know because I know that I won't start buying some of the older stuff. But this is why his trickle charger didn't work. Can you guys see that? That's why. Busted, flattened, junk, no good. Maybe we'll repair that and throw it in our pile for stuff we're gonna never need, but save it because I'm an idiot. Can't throw nothing away. Check out that seat. Now, would you try and fix this? Oh, no. Look at this. They put, this can't be normal, right? Screws? No, those are normal. I don't know if you could try and like tape this and put a seat cover over it, or we'll just have to get a new seat. You know, guys, you guys know me. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, set notifications to all. I love little gimmicky stuff. This has an amp meter. I love that. Is the steering wheel center? All right, a little bit of play, but I think that's normal. There's really nothing you could do from it. Understand if it has play, just got to make sure this nut is tight, which we've seen in a few situations where that nut is loose. These are your gears. Okay, so this is just superficial brush. So you just drop a gear, disappear. Briggs 18 horsepower Intech. This thing has been maintained, so that's pretty good. Now this is how I judge newer tractors versus older tractors. If it has an overhead valve cam in there, then I know it's not too old. Too old. Model number and serial number for this engine. Okay, somebody broke something, or the plug is, so this has to be repaired if we get it running. This is the new tire. And this is the old one. Pretty bold. So again, guys, you know, just because I'm a fanatic, why don't you replace tires in pairs so the tread is the same, so your cutting height really isn't affected? Jesus, look at this. How long has this been sitting for never getting here? I don't remember seeing anything like this. Is that factory, or did somebody add that? Never seen that before. And let's just take a good, yeah, this is normal. See how it goes up and down? That's normal. See, I'm jiggling that. I don't think any bushings or anything is worn. How's the footwells? Pretty good, no rust. This is actually a really nice tractor. The only thing we have to make a choice is if we get this running, is I have BAER'S systems. I have a triple and I have a double. Oh, it's missing one of these. Oh, that's great. All the dirt and grime gets inside there. And or do I just try and sell it? Whatever, let's try and get this thing running. We've got no gas, nothing but bugs. Can you guys see that? I can't see. Nothing but bugs in the tank. Is that really a big deal? Do we need to suck those out? And we gotta charge the battery. Alrighty, so we got the Gawk 3000 machine, and we're just gonna suck out those bugs and other stuff. You know what I realized too? This thing has a John Deere oil filter on it. So it's the wrong green with the right green components. Just a nice coat of purple power. Some degreaser. And the reason why I want to do this is, one, I don't want to get dirty, too dirty. And number two, when we go to take this thing apart, we need to get physical. we don't worry about dirt getting in places where I don't want it to be. And then also, this gives us a good idea of what this tractor will look like, kind of, sort of, if we get this thing running and we actually finish this project. If not, and this thing isn't worth a damn, then at least it's clean and I could put it back up for sale and try and get some of my money back. That is my goal. Tell me what you guys do. Do you guys clean machines before you start working on them, or you guys just go for the gusto and start wrenching? I know this is a personal preference. Oh my God, this thing cleaned up really, really well. Look at that, no rust or rot here in the wells. Look at that. The only questionable part is right here, but that is not a big deal. This battery is from 2017. So we definitely know that this thing is most likely no good, but I have my charger on there. I did a few other things off camera. It's already at 83%. This thing looks really, really good. Let's engage the parking brake. Now what I want to do, hold up. All right, so we don't know how long this has been sitting, but what I do want to do is, it's got an E3 spark plug in here. Junk, I'm not a fan of these, but it is what it is. So we don't know how long this is sitting, and what I like to do is I want to spray some looby-dooby, some penetrating oil, right down the keister, right down the spark plug hole, into the crankcase, into the combustion chamber. So those piston rings are lubricated. And then we have to check for oil. I really need to start making a checklist. So we're going to put this on kill mode. And a nice little squirt in there. These are the E3 plugs. Like I said, I am not a fan. I had a terrible experience when I was younger with them. With that truck that's under the cover. So I don't like to use them. Let me put some grease on here as well. So anyway, so I had a problem with my truck growing up. E3 spark plugs, there's a really good push about them on TV. Right? Remember you used to watch TV, the horsepower TV and stuff? So I was watching that and they were advertising it heavy, and I bought the beans on that. And I had nothing but issues with them. They cracked and would cause a misfire. So after that, no more E3 for me. So I guess maybe it's good for drag strip use. you know, one and done, you know, one pass and then you put new ones in. But for everyday daily driving, highly doubt it. Maybe one day when I get bored or lost on YouTube, I'll see if people actually really use them and what are the results. Obviously, what am I, 37? And I had a Tahoe since in my 20s. So that means people are still buying them. Now also another thing, while I was in there, I noticed there was a couple of leaves in the shroud. So let's pull those out, make sure our cooling system is in good working order and there's no obstructions, no mice, no nothing, because you don't want to blow a head gasket or a seal because the motor overheated. Oh, let's check the oil. Might be a little rough because we were rough on the machine. It's a little low. It's just, but don't forget the motor's on an angle. Actually, it's a little, yeah, it's a little low. See that? Right there. So a dot below the fill line. Nothing too alarming. If we get this thing running, I'll shut it down right away. And we'll put some fresh stuff in there. Let me grab some tools. All right, so let's start taking off the cowl. We have two, it's either 10 millimeter or 3/8 bolts in the back. So we'll get those going. They're honestly kind of a pain to get off. And I know I can make my life easier if I pull the tank first, which I probably should because it's empty, and then I could squeeze my ratchet in there, which is exactly what I'm gonna do because I'm thinking out loud. But then we also have these two massive bolts in the front. Oh, what is this? A T45. It looks like the valve cover's been done on this. So that's pretty good. All right, so let's get our gas tank out of the way. Oh! Holy crap. Yeah, let's get this out. Holy Jesus, man. Oh, let's pop this. Air filter, new. Yes. Pre-filter, no good. That's gonna blow back into the motor, so this is garbage. How do you guys feel about pre-filters? Do you run them or do you not run them? Yeah, look at that. This is what we were talking about. There's more to this than this. But this is why it's important to check things. Look inside here. So we got to get all that out. And then look at this. What the freak? Look at this. All this has to come out. All right, I just gave her a quick blast. And the last acorn comes out. We'll put this thing back together. Kinda, sorta. Fuel line looks pretty good. Yeah, she spins. Oh, there's more nuts. More nuts, more nuts. These squirrels, critters, pack nuts everywhere. Now, why am I so adamant on getting all this stuff out is, again, this is a cooling system. So this thing has to be as clean as possible, optimal cooling. Inside the fan, oh, okay. Whew, all right. Jesus. So what happens is air is drawn, sucked into the motor while it's running. This screen is supposed to protect it, and then these fans here spit out air across the fins of the top of the motor, and then from there, you know, you cool your motor down. All right, so this battery is charged to 99%, which is pretty good for me. This is 2017. What are the chances of this being good? Let's just give this a quick test. This is a really cool tool that my parents got me, and sorry, somebody is making a low offer. There we go, we have power. And let's open up the app, which is pretty cool. This is 300 cold cranking amps. Let's see what the camera can pick up. So Bluetooth, confirm, start, and we're going to do a battery test. Cold cranking amps, 300. And this does regular, all this other stuff. Start test. Testing. What? Nah. Nah. This is a good battery. All right. Screenshot that. Let's leave this here, because if this thing fires off, we could test the electrical system. Let's throw some fresh fuel in there that's already pre-treated with some seafoam, and let's fire away. This guy, I wanted to shoot footage at his place, but he's a police officer, so he just wanted to keep that private, which I understand. He is out at the east end of Long Island, and fun little fact, I didn't know that peacocks run wild, if that's the correct terminology that I'm using. Like, I thought peacocks were like domesticated here, in the sense that the only way you have them is if like you buy them and raise them, you know, like a dog or a cat, or you know what I mean? Because when we were at his house, they were making like these funny noises, and I'm like, dude, what the heck is that? Because it doesn't sound like a rooster. It didn't sound like anything I've ever heard before out here. And he's like, oh no, those are peacocks. I'm like, are those your neighbors? He was like, no, they run wild and they eat ticks. So he was like, they could roam all they want. And that's that. Fun little fact, peacocks. I don't even know what they even look like. I thought, are peacocks with the crazy spirals at the end? Who knows? Alrighty. Our DC amp meter is showing like nothing when I turn the key. Oh, let's take this off. Oh, engaged. This said this battery was good. Oh, spark plug. But it should still crank. Watch. This thing might be a floozy. By testing that battery, that apparently is good, did we drop the voltage down so far that it is no good. Let's hook up our charger again and we could see the percentage. It was at 99%. With our battery box hooked up. 12.5, 12.4, 79% is the battery voltage. So why isn't this starting? Okay, I'm just checking the electrical connections real quick, make sure I didn't dislodge something. Is this fuse blown? I don't think we blew the fuse, but you guys could see here, there's dirt inside. Can you guys see? No? Yeah, there's dirt inside this fuse, but it still should be okay. Yeah, all right, so when I hooked that up, I don't know if you guys heard that crackle, crackle. Our brake on. Did I unplug something? That's there. Get this off the compression stroke. Oh. So, that's right, because we don't have the deck apart, I have to hold this down. All right, she cranks. No way! It just popped off. It just popped off. No way! Uh-oh. Smoky smoke. Shoo. Did the camera pick that up? Why would it smoke? Oh yeah, we popped the fuse on this now. Idiot. Alrighty, so let's try this again. I'm gonna stay off the seat. Maybe when I sat in the seat, I was grounding out against the whatever. So let's stay off the seat. Parking brake is engaged. Nice and slow. Yes! 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 We got this. So I guess the ethanol-free fuel that he used is good. The reason why this is smoky is because we have the penetrating lube I sprayed down the cylinder. So we'll keep that a nice low idle. You don't want to run it too long because remember, it's low on oil. Whew. All right, let's see if the transmission works. All right, parking brake off. Hold on. Yep, the seat safety switch works. Okay. Reverse. Whoa! I didn't even have to put the brake on for that. Interesting. Reverse. Gear 1. Gear 2. Gear 6. I don't know why, but I feel like the smoke should be disappearing by now. See, we're gonna have to do some ATF in the tires. Now I wonder if this needs a head gasket. But let's let it run for a little bit. Oh, no. Yeah, let's run this a little bit. Parking brake engaged. No. What do you mean? Parking brake engaged. Wow. Is this? Oh, that's why. See that? The blade engagement is the blade engagement, because the cable is like not affixed to anything, it'll creep back up and stop the motor. All right, I think the smoking went away. But here, let's look at the amps. Full blown. So to me, that says the charging system is working. All right, so let's hook this up. We're connected. Start. Charging test. All right, so we're gonna run this thing to full tilt and then hit the button. Voltage is normal, loaded voltage 14.4. This thing is good. Alright guys, I'm going to cut it off here. The microphone battery charging is running a little bit low. So, yeah, I have a head gasket. I keep head gaskets in stock because this is a common issue with these motors. So we will pick up on the next episode of Pattay's Performance. We will go through with the head gasket, obviously new valve cover. I'm not going to touch the valves. This thing fired right away, so I'm not going to touch it. Just going to pull off the head, slap a gasket on there, and put it back together, and then we could start on the deck. And we got to strip that down because that blowout hole is kind of covered, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to repair that. Yeah. And then I'm trying to think if I should start the restyle and restoration on this. Get this thing up on jack stands, and I don't know what I want to do, but I know that this is over. All right, guys, drop your thoughts and comments down below. Tell me what you think And don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Guess what? I'll see you guys on the next episode of Pattay's Performance. Later. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.